So I think the question really is, what is the supposed problem that fans have with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia getting involved with WWE to this degree?
Oh, you asking me? Are you asking me to explain it?
Yes.
Well, basically the same reason why we were so up in arms about the Saudi shows in the first place. So, Saudi government is terrible. We all know that. Human rights abuses, political crimes, so a whole bunch of that. Syempre, there's also the question of the culture around Saudi, that they are super conservative, and women are only getting some new freedoms as of relatively recently. So there's a whole bunch of problematic things surrounding Saudi, but we have already normalized a whole lot of this. Like, we were already pretty much normalized the Saudi shows in WWE. Ian, that's pretty much the outrage surrounding Saudi as an entity.
Yeah, but people have been. I don't know about you guys, but like in the days since this news has come out, it's very weird that people, not in our community of people who watch the stream or listen to the podcast, but friends who casually follow WWE or wrestling would message me and say na, paano yan? How is that going to affect you? Are you still going to watch wrestling and all of that? So eto, ibalik natin yung question to the people watching the stream. Let's say that Saudi is one of the key players. Will you keep watching WWE? Ikaw, Emile.
Napakahirap niyang sagutin, pero at the same time, my morals tell me na if Saudi is going to be involved more with WWE, then maybe I'll take a step back. I mean, with the Saudi shows naman na before, I don't really get excited for them. I don't, sometimes di ko nga sila pinapanood because of the problematic elements of Saudi Arabia as a country and as an entity. So kung sila na talaga, maybe I'll take a step back muna, no, because I just can't support a problematic entity like that.
Okay. Sige. Here's the thing, though. For a couple of things. One is that we don't know if ever it happens, if ever Saudi buys the company with their Maharlika investment fund. We don't know if they are gonna have a huge stamp on the company. Like, I don't know if they're gonna intrude on the company's branding and culture. Like, our women's are gonna be downgraded down the totem pole? Is Sami Zayn going to be buried because of his ethnicity? Is are LGBTs not allowed to be expressly LGBTs anymore, explicitly LGBTs anymore? All of that is a whole big what if at the moment. So we don't know how much Saudi is going to influence the company if they do buy it. And the second point is, prior to this, or prior to Vince leaving, the company has been ruled by someone terrible who has politically supported Republicans and conservatives and Donald Trump and John McCain. Even though they don't tell you outright, they do, because that's where Vince puts his money in. And I don't see you have a problem with that. I don't see anyone have a problem with that. They still watch the shows only because they don't brandish their political affiliations too much until you read them in the news, unless you are savvy enough to read them in the news. So may ganong factor. As Aaron said in the chat, there is no such thing as ethical consumption in our society today. You can step back if you want, but I'm just telling you that the entire time you were supporting a terrible system that just so happened to employ a whole bunch of good guys and girls. So if you're gonna quit WWE over those bases, then I just thought that you should know about all of that, and that you were supporting, you were throwing your lot in with that kind of people this entire time. So, going to the question of whether I will watch, yeah, I will watch until something bad happens. Like my biggest fear, actually, personally as a fan, is babalik mo si Vince as creative head. Is he going to take over the shows again? Because if yes, the shows are going to suck again. Everything's going every good thing that Triple H did for the company, for the shows, will be undone, and that's my bigger issue right now, because I think that is the bigger thing that will impact not just us fans, but also the morale of the wrestlers and whoever, the entire staff, the entire crew.